What's up, guys? It's the Disc Golf Chemist bringing you another video. Today I want to talk about mental game, which in my opinion is a bigger factor than most people give it credit, and a lot of people don't realize how much mental game is affecting their rounds and their scores. So I wanted to bring you out to a filming session I did that was originally just going to be a vlog, but I just played like crap after a couple holes, and I just was getting frustrated and ended up just like scratching it, not finishing filming, and just kind of calling it quits. And I thought it'd be a great way to look through and kind of learn and kind of talk through what I did wrong and what I could have done better, and how maybe you guys can learn from something that I did and look back at your rounds and see what you did wrong may may change, and things you could have done different to score better or just play better in general. So hole 2 at Mossy Rock, which if you guys have watched my channel, you've seen it a couple times. It's a really long 420-foot par 3 with a nice gap you have to hit. You just throw it as far as you can straight, get something to finish into the middle of the fairway, approach, take your par. It's kind of how it plays. So let's go. You can see my drive. Throw a great hyzer flip, throw it down the gap. You can just see it over here, starting to finish. And when I'm done with that, when I walk up, I realize that one of the best drives I've ever had. I rarely am this close. Usually I'm throwing something a lot harder, trying to get it up. And you'll see, instead of trusting the game plan and what I know I need to do and just playing for the par and throwing it into the mound right here, I get greedy and I attack the hole. And you'll see I'll throw it. Looks like it's a decent shot. When it flies by, skips down, and I know that this is a little bit of a mound with a lot of downslope on each side. So if you don't land on top or close to this side, you're going to have a far putt. And you'll see with my, get rid of this, with my putt, you'll see that I'm in the bushes right here. So instead of just playing a safe little hyzer to the edge of the mound and having a 15-foot, I'm having a 15-ish foot putt through a bunch of trees from a knee, which is just not my strong suit. I do not feel comfortable. And you'll see with how my putt goes, just really nose up, really bad, way off. And I end up taking a bogey on a hole that I easily should have taken a par. And my game plan is always just play for par. It's a tough hole. I can't throw 400 feet. I know that. So especially down a tunnel without much height. Like if I had a max distance shot, maybe. But I know on the course I'm not throwing 420 feet to get a tap-in birdie. So just play for the par. But instead I get greedy, take the bogey. That compounds through the round. I'm a little upset now. My mental state isn't where it should be. And you come to hole 7, which I don't have the drive because I misrecorded it, but I'll kind of show you where I end up. So usually you're teeing off from a lifted rock, so you're kind of throwing straight into this open field, getting something to kind of finish. It's 263. Feels a little longer when I'm playing it, but I don't know. And so I'm upset. I had that bogey, haven't really been playing well. Had a couple other bogeys throughout the round. So I'm like, I'm going to get aggressive and I'm going to rip something hard and I'm going to park it. I'm going to get this birdie. I'm going to fix my round and we're going to move forward. Which for this hole is not something you want to do, because if you miss the shot, you're struggling to get par. Like, this is not a hole you can easily just throw a shank and then just throw an up shot down to the basket and get par. All around this side of the basket is pretty, like, decently wooded. There's a lot of trees you're going to have to contend with. Over here is pretty wooded, so you're not going to deal with it. So this main gap right down the fairway is really the only spot you're going to safely and consistently get to the basket from. So I take a driver. I try to rip it down. I release it early. It comes, kicks here, kicks left, and so now I'm over here with this look. The basket's way over on my left, and I have no way to directly attack it. So I'm thinking I'm going to pull something, the most overstable distance driver I have, just so it fights way over. I know I can't throw it super far, but I know it'll be overstable. And I'm thinking, let's throw it through here, let the overstability just fade it left, and we'll have an up for my tap-in bogey, because I know most likely my approach shot isn't going to get there. So we throw it, and what do? I grip lock it, I throw it way too far, and I'm in the other edge of the open field. So instead of being right in the middle on my first drive, now my second shot has put me in the very edge of the field with not a clean look at the basket to try for my par putt or even to approach to get an easy bogey putt. Now you'll see I'm behind these trees right here. I still have a good, 150 feet, maybe even more. It's hard to tell on camera. And you can see I try to jump putt something, and I hit the branches, leave it super short, and this hole is falling apart. I tried to get really greedy. That hole 2 has stuck in my mind. Mentally, I was just like, I need to make up this stroke, but on a hole that is tough, it's difficult, that you shouldn't be trying to make up a stroke on. You should be trying to play it for par and just trying to play a normal game plan that's safe and will give you the best chance to come out without gaining strokes. But instead, I'm now putting for bogey, and you can just see there's no commitment. I'm worried it's going to miss. I don't want to go too far. And where we went, we started with a bogey on hole 1. Hole 2, we followed with a bogey. Should have been a par. Mentally, it affected us. You can see it through the score. It keeps getting worse and worse. We get to hole 7, trying to push my luck and really get aggressive, but it does not play in my favor, and you'll see me tapping out for a 5. So at this point, there's nothing to lose. Throw a good putt, dead center, and we are done. I'm already, what is that? I'm already three over through 2 holes, just because both times I tried to get aggressive and try to get a birdie and tried to make up strokes instead of just playing them how they should be played and playing them safe, knowing my skill set and knowing what I can do. The 7 is worse because I had just played 2. I should have known after I got aggressive on 2 that what's the point of playing, like, I don't need to play aggressive. Just because I messed up 1 stroke doesn't mean I had to instantly get it back. I know I was getting towards the middle of the round and I didn't feel like I was gaining strokes, but that's okay. There's other holes in this course. I know it. I've played it enough. There's other holes in this course that I can get, and those are the ones I should have been aiming for and I should have been thinking about. But instead, I let my mental game just blunder, and I ended up taking a 5 on a hole I should have taken a 3, or at worst a missed putt for 3 and tapping 4. So now we go to hole 8. Just had that whole catastrophe on 7, feeling awful. One of the easiest holes. Talked about this in other videos. This is a perfect shot. Just a straight down, let something hold straight, get a nice little birdie look. And I throw a great drive. I'm really happy about this so far. Fading a little left than I wanted, but I'm like, it should give me a look. I can turn this around. So here we go. Probably a 20 footer, maybe 25 at the furthest, somewhere in that range. And you'll just see, this is mentally, I'm just still not back. After taking that bogey, getting frustrated, playing through, taking that double bogey, getting more frustrated. You can just see it in this putt. I go and I hit change, but still a 20 footer, 25 footer. That should be cash all day. I should be putting with confidence. I don't have that confidence. You can see how frustrated I am. I take my putter, and then I make the second one. But you can just see, look at that. I'm head down, looking at the ground, just defeated. And I still have a whole back 9 to play. Why am I so upset? I'm not playing that bad. I've had a couple mistakes. I've had some poor decision making because my mental game just kind of lapsed on me, and I didn't think it through while I was doing it. Instead, I just started getting aggressive when I didn't need to. I've noticed a lot of times when I start getting aggressive, when I start getting pissed off and playing angry, trying to get every hole, trying to birdie everything, I start gripping the disc really hard. I start ripping on it, thinking, if I throw really hard, I'll get everything, I'll throw perfect. And I end up shanking things off to the right, early releasing, not hitting my lines. Instead of just playing that smooth golf that I usually play, I am pushing myself to do something that I normally wouldn't do, and it just does not work out well in my favor. And usually I play worse. You can see that the mental game had an impact from hole 2 all the way till now. You can see it affecting me. You can see there's not confidence in the putting green. There was an overconfidence on the drives, doing shots that I normally wouldn't take, trying to force something that I normally wouldn't do. And you could just see that I'm so worried about that mistake of getting fixed from early on that it's still just hurting my round and making me play worse and worse. I think mental game is something that you can work on through every round, practice round, casual rounds. You can just stay happy, stay positive, find ways to keep your mind out of the gloom and keep it happy, because when you play happy, when you play relaxed, you're gonna play better. It's just the way it is. And yeah, if you guys have any questions, put them in the comments. I hope this is a nice short little video you guys enjoyed. I know I'm really working on keeping my mental game when I'm filming in a better place, because usually when I film, I notice that I start trying to play better than I am, and then I get worse. Then it pisses me off because I'm playing like crap, and who wants to watch someone play like crap? If you guys would like to see this full round, let me know. I can post it. I really did not like it, but yeah. Hope you enjoyed. Drop a like. Hit that subscribe button. I'm really trying to hit that 100 mark by the end of the 2021. Peace.